Alright guys, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. So we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be doing the anniversary battle, but we're going to be doing the first 5 stages all in quick succession because I feel like this event is pretty easy, or at least I've heard it's pretty easy. This is basically my first impressions of the entire event. So if I lose, don't blame me. But yeah, we're going to be doing the first 5 stages because I heard they're very easy. So we're going to do them all back to back and then kind of just see how it is, and then see if people were either lying or if they're being truthful about it being easy as hell. And in the meantime, while we are watching just everybody kind of demolish, because I just noticed that Jennifer only has 3 health, I guess I'll go over a little bit uh and kind of talk about the anniversaries while we play. So I actually didn't start until the 3rd anniversary, which is kind of funny. So all of the metas of, oh, he absorbs Keyblade super attacks, I see. um so I actually didn't play until the 3rd anniversary, or rather I didn't play till the download celebration with Tech Gogeta and Physical Omega, because my brother introduced me into the game and I was like, oh, this looks cool as hell. I love Dragon Ball. So yeah, I didn't have to go through STR Gogeta hell and them lowering the rates, and uh, I'm one of the lucky ones to say that I did not I didn't join during that time, so I didn't have to go through those dark ages. But yeah, I basically started during that download celebration, and then 3rd year I actually got completely shafted. Like I just stopped the game after, which is why if you ever notice me doing login bonuses or anything like that, or I go over celebration details and I like collect my login bonus, you'll notice that I don't have like a very high consecutive login, and that the reason why is just because um before I started doing YouTube for Dokkan, I just was not able to get into the game because every single time I would play, I would just get shafted. And only up until last year did I actually just start getting massive amounts of luck, and then people were just telling me, oh, well, man, Mike's gonna rainbow the next unit in one single summon. uh, but it's crazy because during the download celebration, the uh Gohan came out, so it's funny because we're actually using him now. I didn't even pull him, and I went over 1,000 stones into the banner, and I wasn't able to pull him once, but I rainbowed AGL Gogeta. I was like, "Oh, man, this game fucking stinks." But AGL Gogeta, and during the AGL Gogeta, like during the Broly celebration too, I couldn't pull him a single time. I don't even think I pulled the new, like, I didn't pull the new God Goku. I didn't pull the new God Vegeta. I think I got Paragus, but I knew that he kind of sucked. He was a good support, but it was just like no one really wants Paragus. Everybody wants the new gods and stuff like that. I'm just gonna mute this sound for a second while we go into the next anniversary. Oh yeah, and then we're also gonna be just using the same team each single time because what does it matter? But yeah, let's go into the next anniversary. So it's funny. I actually didn't get, like I was saying, I didn't get very lucky until last year. But the only other time that off of the top of my head that I can think of when I got quote unquote lucky and I was still free to play was during the 4th anniversary. And it's funny because it's the Super Saiyan 4s. I got one of each copy and 1,000 stones, and that was the coolest thing to me. I think I got like 2 dupes of Tech Kaioken Goku, and I thought that was such a cool animation and stuff. I was like, man, this guy rocks. Dokkan's awesome. And then it's funny. I don't even remember if I still have the recording. I think I actually recorded my STR Gogeta, my Tech Vegito Blue summons, and I don't think I ever released that video because I just got absolutely shafted on it. Like it's crazy. I got 3 Tech Gogetas. I'm sorry, 3 Tech Vegetos in 600 stones when I'm a Gogeta fan, and it took me like 1,000 stones to get my first copy of Gogeta. I was so mad. Obviously, Gogeta was not as good as Vegito, but that didn't matter to me. I'm a Gogeta fan through and through. Uh, Later on, I was just like, it was fun. But yeah, back to fourth year, because I want to try to I'll try to keep it in order as we go through all of this stuff and try to keep my ramblings down to a minimum. Yeah. So fourth year, I not only that, but I feel like Dokkan back then was at least a little bit better than the system that they had during 6th year anniversary and 7th year anniversary, or just like basically actually no, during the Gohan celebration, during Gohan and Cell. I feel like after that celebration, I think Dokkan as a whole kind of got a little bit worse for me, because SSJ4 for Goku and Vegeta, they had pretty good animations, but obviously they had some it was so weird that it was free to play as well. But I was like, I don't really care. The thing that irked me though was that during the 4th year anniversary, I was like, I remember doing the EZAs for the free to play units, the Goku Junior, the Vegeta Junior. And I thought Vegeta Junior was so good and stuff like that, and I was using him in every event, and he was all right. And then they started coming out with these prime battle, or not the prime battle, they started coming out with the hero extermination playing EZAs. I was like, this game sucks, man. They're taking away the stones from the free-to-play units. And I remember so many people were coping at the time and being like, oh, well, as long as it stays free-to-play, then it doesn't matter. Oh, whoa. All right, I muted the sound for a second there, but the sound was blaring because I accidentally misclicked. Let's go ahead and take this. Hop into the next event. I think this one we have to defeat in like, no, it's 4th year anniversary that we have to defeat in 4 turns. All right, there we go. I actually can't remember what the sound was on. I think it was on this. If anything, I'll just make it quieter. Anyways, we'll do this. Do that. And we'll do this. I guess we'll go back to 3rd anniversary. I remember my brother was summoning, and then he got like all of the new units and stuff, and he got the Vegito, and I was like, but I love Gogeta, so I'm gonna summon for Physical Gogeta, even though again Physical Gogeta did not carry as much as into Vegito, because in Vegito just took nothing, you know, from everything, and then he would do all of these huge counters and stuff like that, and people were talking about, oh, I wonder what the content's gonna come out, because nothing really got to 6 turns at that point, which was it was very hard to see their transformations and stuff, because again, when are you going to see the 6 turns? But when the 6th turn did come out and those units popped out, oof, it's game over. You get the free heal and the everything. It's game over. But yeah, I remember it really sucks, because I feel like all throughout of Dokkan history, that just seems to be a thing that happens, and it does suck. It hasn't been as bad as what it used to be, but it always felt like the Gogeta units would always be 10 times worse. Well, not 10 times worse. They would always be the worst version out of all of the fusions. So SR Gogeta would come out, you know, and then the Vegito portion would be better. And then these fusions, the 3rd year fusions would come out, and then Vegito's better. You don't even have to look at the kits of some of these guys. You just know that Vegito is better, and it would always suck. But like I said, it's not as bad as how it used to be. Now you could make the argument of like, oh, well, this unit could be better than this one, or this unit could be better than this one, especially with these 5th year fusion EZAs and stuff. If Gogeta procs all of his additional attacks, and you get the supers and stuff like that, Gogeta's better. If you don't, then Vegeta's better. Vegeta's more reliable, and Gogeta's more luck based. So it could be very like it could be very even, I would say, and they both do the same job. So, but yeah, a lot of it would just suck because, you know, like the thing that Gogeta would always get is like type effectiveness and stuff like that, and Vegeta would always get something that would always beat type effectiveness. Like that's what they always did. They always gave Gogeta type effectiveness, and then Vegeta would be something cool as fuck, like counters and additional attacks, and that would always somehow matter more, and it would always hurt me. uh, but hey, it is what it is. We'll just do this to finish the job and get us out of this event. Actually, I'm pretty sure we still have to fight Gogeta Noah. I would assume we have to fight Gogeta next. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to talk about it. What during the Tech Gogeta, the Super Saiyan 4 is crazy because I was actually one of the people who pulled Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and I didn't know what the to be released was all about. I was just like, oh, okay, so when is this coming out? Why did they? And then my brother just would not wouldn't tell me. I was like, what has this ever happened before? And he would give me nothing, no information. He would gatekeep. But yeah, it is funny seeing just like even just playing through the anniversary event right now. It does flood in a lot of memories from playing all those years ago. Like I still can't believe that we're in 8th year anniversary right now, at the end of 8th year anniversary right now, and I feel like just yesterday was when it was 4th year anniversary, you know. And it's crazy because all of these units have now gotten easy A's. Like oh man, that was so cool. I remember being like, I was telling people during the New Year's banners, I remember being like, you should just, it doesn't matter, just spend on the New Year's banners for these LRs, even if you know that some of them are bad right now, because I guarantee you that they're going to do a system like Easying for the LRs. There's no way that they're not going to do it. And then people were going like, what? No. An Easy A for LRs? What is that going to make them? Level 120? Come on, be realistic. They wouldn't listen. And then we got it, and then we got it for Goku Black, and I was like, guys, even though this unit is bad, don't worry about it, because all this does is confirm that we're gonna get ECAs for the LRs. Like, this is a huge dub. And then it was crazy the seeing all those EZAs as well. Man, it's funny. I've talked about, I don't remember if I've ever talked about this on camera before, or I guess in video, but during the New Year's celebration, now that I'm talking about it, when they started doing the step ups and doing it where you could get the guaranteed units, you know, the LRs at the end being the most like cool thing you would always show off to your friends and be like, hey dude, look at this, I played 50 stone multi, and look at that, I got STR Broly. Well, Broly wasn't good back then, but we'll say, who is it? Go Frieza. I think you could get Go Frieza at the time of the first New Year's. It's been so long, I actually can't remember, but yeah, we'll say something like that, for example, that you'd always show off and be like, oh yeah, I got fucking Go Frieza, let's go. And I was always the saltiest one, because I would do the summons and call with my friends, and every single year, every single New Year's, every single time that they brought that step up back, it would always give me AGL Vegeta, and it would always give me the fucking it would give me AGL Vegeta and then STR Broly, and I would always be so pissed because those guys were unusable at that point. STR Broly soon became, you know, usable, but Vegeta never was usable. Well, maybe on release, but again, this is when I started playing, and I always skipped those like LR banners because I was just like, I was good. I didn't want any of that. I always just stuck to Dokkan Fests and dual Dokkan Fests so that way I could summon the most. But man, that just awakened an anger inside of me. Because it would just, it would literally happen every single year. Every single fucking year. It was just STR Broly. And it was Tech. It was not Tech. It was AGL Vegeta. And I was so pissed because that was my first over rainbowed LR2. Or my first Shadow Realm unit, I would say. Like, it was just a unit that you can't use that you already rainbowed. And obviously coins weren't a thing back then, and or not, coins weren't a thing. The system to trade in units for coins wasn't a thing back then, so it was literally just unusable copies. So, man, SCR Broly just, it legitimately pissed me off so much every single time I saw him. And it would, my friends' reactions are always the same. They're like, no fucking way, how did you get him again? And they were showing me off the new units, or stuff like that, or units that just came back. And I would always just be sitting there with my my AGL Vegeta and my STR Broly. Well, joke's on them, STR Broly became usable again. But Vegeta never got that treatment that he should have gotten, sadly. It's kind of funny too, because I remember them doing the animations where they would update them, and I'm surprised they haven't really done that again. But then again, why would they waste the resources when they could just release a new unit? But I don't know, whenever I look at like AGO Vegeta's 12 key, for example, and he does that like the shot, and then they updated it so that way it looks way cooler. It's not, it was crazy because it's not like it was, the animation itself is pretty bad, you know, but the animation update looked more like a free to play card than anything. So I was just like, oh, this probably doesn't cost them a lot of resources. But it's kind of crazy because I feel, honestly, I think I think SCR Broly deserves that like animation upgrade, and it's kind of weird that he never got one either. But yeah, it's crazy because it's just like SCR Broly's is I want to say as bad as AGO Vegeta's was, where it's just like the standard beam clash, or it's not standard beam clash, it was like the standard beam, just light right into the opponent's chest, and then Broly's just like pummeling for a couple of seconds, and then boom, you know. And it's kind of weird because when AGO Vegeta had his animation update, I thought it was, I don't think easy A's were out for LRs at the time, so it's kind of weird just seeing that they updated his animations. Maybe they planned it, like they planned to do the easy A for the LR, and that's the reason why, is they were getting it ready for that. But it's kind of weird to see that STR Broly wasn't given that same treatments, considering that his animation was pretty bad. And then in SSA2, Gohan got it as well. I thought that was really cool. It's sad that they don't do something like that again, but it's been years now. They definitely won't bring it back. Alright, looks like we're at the LR stage. Dude, we are just getting actually horrible linkings. What is this? Or not linking, we're getting horrible orb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we'll just do this. We'll just do that. I don't even remember who Easy Aid, like non free to play wise, for the 4th year anniversary. I do remember though that the TUR versions, or like the 2nd year anniversaries, those units got Easy Aid, and you could probably argue that they were better than the LRs. And I always thought that was funny. It's just like you. And not only that, but they literally just swapped the typings too. The TUR was of STR SSA4 Goku, and then Vegeta was AGL, and then they were like, all right, let's swap that for 4th year. Okay, God Goku's gonna do God Goku things. Well, God Goku and Vegeta. My bad, my bad. Oh, what's happening over there? Are they doing a countdown? Are they fusing or something? What? Why are they both counting down? I really hope nothing bad's gonna happen. Wait, don't we have to defeat them in 4 turns? Is this not the 4th turn? Let me see. Let me check the wiki real quick. Clear stage 4 within 4 turns. How are we supposed to beat this in 4 turns? Well, what else were we supposed to do? I guess we'll beat this and then we'll damn, this sucks. We'll try to get the fusions, I think, on turn 4, and then maybe that'll push us through. Actually, we'll do some testing here. Would the fusions have defeated Vegeta without any boosts or anything like that, with their passive increase? Because remember, they do have to build up, so it's just like they're going to do the weak attacks at the start, and then later on it'll look very, very cool. Yeah, no, this is kind of weird. How are you supposed to kill this in 4 turns? Tech Vegito Boo is going to do Tech Vegito Boo things. Boom. Here comes the additional super attack. Gonna get the additional chance afterwards. I mean, all it does is provide equipment for Super Saiyan 4s. Maybe. I'm. Maybe we'll just skip this, honestly. It's not like I titled this video that we're doing all the missions. I just titled it that we're gonna complete it. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I totally forgot to say about during the 3rd year anniversary too, is I was trying to summon for Vegito, and I think I went 600 free to play stones in both of the banners, and it was crazy because like I said, I didn't pull either of the main units, right? But for the next 2 years, 3 years, I think it was 3 years. For the next 3 years, Into Vegito just dodged me. Like I feel like every Dokkan player always has that like white horse, we'll call them, or they just won't get. Actually, let's collect the missions first. Yeah, we're supposed to do it in 4 turns. It is in 4 turns. Okay, it doesn't matter. Does the 5th year anniversary have something like that I'm not aware of? No, it just has to do it without support items. I guess that's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it with support items and do like 2 runs, but we're not gonna do that. That's boring. Nope. I almost put out max volume again. My bad, guys. All right, there we go. Okay, so yeah, I didn't get in Vegito for 3 years. So obviously the first year being 3rd year, the 2nd year being 4th, and the 3rd year being 5th. But it wasn't until 6th. No, I'm sorry. I didn't get him until 7th year anniversary when he easy A'd. Yeah, that's so crazy to me. Thinking back on it, every single banner that he was on, he always completely dodged me. And of course, after 5th year anniversary, I could have picked him up with coins and stuff like that, but I was like, I don't want to pick him up with coins because he's not usable right now. And not only that, but he's just I would more so have him like as a trophy than anything. And I don't want to waste coins on a trophy unit when I could be wasting it on units that I actually need at the time. So yeah, I never got into Vegito until 7th anniversary. And again, thinking back on that, it's just crazy that I went that long without getting that old unit. And it was crazy because I mostly spent on those. Like I always saved up a good amount of stones. I would always be that person who had 1,000+ stones saved up for the anniversaries, because I always liked the deals that they had and stuff. So I was just like, I'm gonna, because this is the best value. Why not just wait? And then not only that, but a lot of the units on there are units that I would have wanted to summon on the past for regardless. But yeah, I never got in Vegito until 7th year anniversary, and then I remember I was going into whichever banner side that he was on, and I pulled him 4 times before I pulled the new unit. And then whenever I got the either the gods or the fours once, I think either in the same multi or in the next multi is when I got into Vegito again. And I was just like, okay, well, I know he's easy Aing, so I'll take it, I guess. But it's just crazy that it was just like all of those chances I had to pick him up, and I didn't get him a single time. Uh, what happened during 5th year anniversary? Man, if the 5th year anniversary wasn't fusions, I think that anniversary actually like did pretty poorly in terms of content. But it was fusions, so who cared, right? But in terms of content, like the free to play units were kind of mid. Um, because Vegeta and Raditz were like, they were okay, but you needed like all pure Saiyans and all joined forces, and at the time joined forces wasn't that good. Like the only good joined forces pure Saiyans unit was Kale and Khalifa. Maybe was SR Vegito out at the time? Um, no, because SR Vegito was um SR Vegito was after 5th year anniversary. Yeah. This looks like we got both fusions, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna kick his ass. Let's just do this. I want to build up with Gogeta. Do this. But yeah, I mean, Broly, I actually got a good amount of use out of Broly, to be honest, because I would always just take him into the infinite Dragon Ball histories, and he would actually do pretty well. His healing was, I think, didn't he have healing in his kit? I haven't used him in so long, but he was legitimately. Hold on one second. And kid, Broly, he was legitimately one of the only 5th year anniversary units that I used. I thought Zamasu was okay, but he was more so mid than anything. But just the healing from killing opponents, him stacking, and then him having the medium chance to dodge. I was just like, okay, I just go full. I'll just go full. What is it called? A full additional in on this guy, and then I'll have the dodge do the rest. And he would always dodge the super attacks for me. He wouldn't dodge normals. He would only just dodge supers. But yeah, other than that, there was just like nothing to do. Like if I probably looked up, let me see, 5th year anniversary. I feel like there was nothing there, or at least nothing that rememberable. Wasn't it just infinite Dragon Ball history and that was it? They had the movie celebration. Let's see, rank up packs. Yeah, that's like more so selling than anything. Infinite Dragon Ball history. They had the equipment, which was pretty cool of a system at the time, but Infinite Dragon Ball history was okay. The Frieza's army enlistment test was horrible. I don't like stages where you have to like. Wait, which one was this one again? Yeah, you had to like kill multiple enemies in a row and you had to use different teams. But I was always a person who would save, so my teams were pretty awful at the time. Part 2, or at least it wasn't very diverse. Like I didn't have a lot of movie bosses because I didn't really care for them at the time. Part 2 had it where it was Broly and Rose, they were okay. I mean, I don't think I picked them up. Actually, I think I might have summoned just for Broly, I think I got one copy of them, and I thought that it was pretty cool. Super thanks extra missions. Yeah, that didn't count. That didn't matter. Yeah, and then they only had there was like nothing. It was just the infinite Dragon Ball history, and that was it. So yeah, I was so bored. I'll do this. What? No crit? Wham, wham. This is gonna crit though, because we're too cool. That was one of the things that I thought was so weird about the 5th year anniversary too, was that they had all of these like amazing OSTs for the transformations, and then at the time, like every active skill had an OST too, right? But I was like, if they didn't want the active skill OST, or if they didn't want the to make a new song for the anniversary, why don't you just take the transformation song and then play it again during the active skill? You can't do it in the same turn. It's not like you're gonna reset the turn and one bam, you know, it's gonna have the same active skill play twice. But they fixed it obviously with this anniversary, making it where you could get the new OST, of course, which is very good. That was very cool of them. They didn't have to do that, but they did. It was very nice. Okay, we're gonna transform on turn 4 again. It really does suck seeing the 5th year anniversary and how just awful it was. Just going back, and it was just like, yeah, the fusions were cool, of course. Like, don't get me wrong, I love fusions. But in terms of content, there was literally nothing. We had the Infinite Dragon Ball history, the one stage, and that was it. That was the only new quote-unquote hard content at the time. Or I guess a new boss rush, but that's not hard content. But the new Infinite Dragon Ball history stage, which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, you know, I think you had wasn't it like the one where you had to fight Zamasu and stuff like that? Let me see. That's Goku's family. Yeah, here we go. It was Broly. Wait, they actually didn't put that on the wiki. I believe during part 1, we would do the Super Broly movie, and then part 2 was Dragon Ball Super Trunks Saga. That was what the stuff was. The event was that you would do. Part 1 was a lot easier, I think, from what I remember. They weren't lying though. This shit was easy. One of the things that I also remember, and it was crazy at the time, was that UI Goku came out right before the anniversary, and they were like, hey, guys, UI Goku. And then thunderous applause from global players. And there was still people coping and being like, excuse my language here. UI Goku is the worst fucking unit of all time, or not worst unit of all time, but they were like, the fusions are better if you save for UI, if you save for UI Goku and you don't, or if you summon for UI Goku and you don't save for the fusions, you. Like, I remember that so much. And then people were like, if you want to make the argument of banners being better, I can understand that, but they were just saying that the fusions were better than UI Goku, and I was like, no, the fuck he ain't. The fusions, together are not better than UI Goku, because UI Goku was a powerhouse on turn one. That man had 70% chance to dodge, and then after the certain amount of turns, he had the 50% chance to dodge, and anytime that he got hit by a normal, it did fucking feathers when it was fully built up. He would only take that shit from super attacks. But back then, you know, Super Battle Mode was the hardest event in the game, so I'll do this. If we can get him down to the 50%, we could active skill with the units again, which would be very cool. But yeah, I remembered I had like 1,000 stones saved up for UI Goku, and guess what? Maybe it is. I guess that was one of my turning points of Dokkan as well. I did either. It was less than 3 multis. It's the same thing that happened for Kid Goku. During 4th year anniversary, I did 1 multi on Kid Goku banner, and I got him. I was like, oh, this is so fucking cool. I got the skills before they were supposed to be in the game. But back to 5th year, I remembered I had 1,000 stones saved up for UI, and I was looking at the kit, I was looking at the numbers, I was calculating all that shit, and I was like, fusions ain't better, because fusions have to come out on turn 4, and you're gonna have to pray for that turn 4. And there's no fucking way that these guys are living up to turn 4, because there's nothing. Like, what are they supposed to do? Oh, they get did they get the dodge chance on pre easy A? I didn't think they got a dodge chance. Maybe they did. Let me check that real quick. Let's see. Launches an additional attack. High chance of evading after, as a 3rd attacker in this turn. So they did get the dodge chance. I remember they just had no defense. Like that, dude. If you just go back and watch like one of the Truth's videos or something like that of when he was reviewing these units, and just see how much Dokkan has changed. Back when fucking, I think they had either 100k or around 100k defense, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? UI Goku is hitting that, but he builds up, and I think UI Goku hit like 200k or something like that after full build up, and I got like 180k or something like that with with what was it, with all the dodge build up. And I remember just using UI Goku after I got him, and I was like, this guy has no fucking ceiling. Every single dodge just adds to his numbers. When does it end? Because I don't think dodging would tell you if you like increased your stats or not. I think this was before, when all they would tell you is if you it would only tell you if you the only way to be able to notice was if you got key. And even then that would stop, because I believe he kept building up even after his key stopped building up. But I remember that too. He got key so fucking easily. But yeah, this is kind of a rambling for 40 minutes, but I hope I hope you guys were able to enjoy that. Let me just go ahead and pause the audio. I'm just click on full blast again. I would have blasted my eardrums. We'll do 6th year anniversary and talk about that on the next anniversaries and stuff like that. I'll probably do the 4th year anniversary mission on my own, where I just nuke it with the items, because I don't think anybody wants to watch me just try to figure that out. And I'm pretty sure that's the only one that has it. Let me just check that. Pretty sure that's the only one that has it where it needs the missions for turns. Nope, 7th year also needs 7 turns. We'll figure that one out, and 8th year also needs 7 turns. We'll figure those ones out when we actually get to them. But yeah, I'm obviously going to put the new equipment into the units as well, except for probably 1st and 2nd year, because I am lazy and don't use those. 3rd year anniversary, maybe 2 I'll skip, but I don't know. But yeah, that is all the time that we have for this week. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed my ramblings, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.